we're actually getting a second wave of Skylanders Youtooz. Like this is actually coming. We're getting more of them, and so I'm gonna go over the characters that we know are in it, and some characters that I think might be coming, not necessarily to this wave, but to future Youtooz waves if we get more of them, like maybe a third one. But you know, I mean, we could possibly get more this time, but I think we're already at our limit for this one, to be honest. But you never know. So this is the first picture that I'm going to be talking about here, where we can see we've got Trigger Happy on the right. This is the official Youtooz account. The new battle pass goes crazy. You got Trigger Happy in the corner. Obviously, this isn't actually in Fortnite. That's what this is supposed to be referencing. Fortnite OG. You can't play as Trigger Happy. This is just like their merch thing, advertising. But you know, Trigger Happy wasn't in Wave 1, so surely that means he's coming in the next wave. A little bit later, on August 30th, they posted this image, and someone replied saying, "Treerex when?" To which Youtooz actually came back and they said, "Be afraid of the bark," and put a concept picture from behind. So, you know, that implies if they're making a concept of it, Treerex could probably be coming, you know, if they're willing to post that and share that information. So, yeah, two first ones that we've had revealed have been Trigger Happy and Treerex. Moving on to the next, on September 6th, they posted this image, which is Arcane Youtooz, to which Skylanders Fun Facts replied saying, "Any chance you can see the Pop Fizz design?" And here's the Pop Fizz from behind. I think there might have been some mention of it beforehand, considering, you know, can we see the Pop Fizz design? But I couldn't find it when I was recording the video, but I'm fairly certain there was something before this. Here is the Pop Fizz, so that's character number 3. So we're already matching Wave 1 with 3 characters. So Wave 1, we had Spyro, Gilgrunt, and Stealth Elf. And now Wave 2, so far we're getting Trigger Happy, Treerex, and Pop Fizz. And that was the case until on September 8th when they posted this one. I'm going to be honest, I'm not familiar with this franchise, Assassination Classroom, but they posted this. And Skylanders Fun Facts again said, "Any chance you can get a hint at any other Skylanders characters you might get in the future?" To which we had this, where they said Chop Chop, a picture of Chop Chop. Which, you know, the same 9-inch sitting plush is the same as the first wave that we got. But, you know, Chop Chop. So I think that this is, you know, not necessarily confirmed for Wave 2, because it did say, you know, what other characters you might get in the future. But, you know, that means Chop Chop is possibly coming in a Wave 2 or possibly 3. The Skylanders Youtooz. And then also, Youtooz posted this, where they said, "Your birthday month is your new roommate." And they posted this. And as you can see down here in October, we've got Trigger Happy again. Some people are saying this means that it's going to be an October release of Wave 2. I don't know if that's reading in too deep to it, or if that could be true. I think it's very possible, but it's also at the same time, might be a bit too soon. We'll just have to wait and see, because, you know, we don't really know yet. And then, recently, on September 13th, this was just 2 days ago, they posted pattern recognition test with this, to which Grunt Gill asked, "Do you have any pictures of the Treerex figure?" And then we got this one from beneath. So these are the characters that we know are either coming or probably coming soon in terms of the Youtooz. However, what can we possibly expect beyond this? Are there any other characters that I think could be coming up soon? And the answer is yes. You know, once again, this is Skylanders. This is a very marketable franchise for them here. They're selling collectible figures of characters who are already sold as collectible figures and who already sold well as collectible figures, so they know that people are interested in their collectible figures and they can keep releasing their collectible figures because every collectible figure is someone's favourite collectible figure. And so they're just going to probably keep pumping these out for as long as they will sell for, until they get to like the really niche ones. It raises the question of which ones are popular and which ones aren't. And so when you think of iconic Skylanders, what are the ones that come to your head that haven't already been, you know, thrown out here? And I think a few things that are worth mentioning. I reckon Eruptor is a name worth mentioning. He's one of the bigger icons in the Skylanders franchise. You know, he was quite big in the show. He was quite big in, you know, Spyro's Adventure. He was one of the popular ones. The Macy's Day Parade balloon thing was a big Eruptor. So I think Eruptor is one that we could definitely see coming in the near future. I've seen some people saying Jetvac, which I think could be credible. He was in the Giants starter pack. He was pretty popular because of that. But I don't know if I'd say he's the most popular. Just because I'm not sure people actually like him that much. I mean, I could be wrong. It's not awful by any means, but I don't exactly run into many people who say Jetvac is their favourite. But I guess I could say the same for a Raptor, to be fair. I think another one worth mentioning could be Washbuckler, because despite the fact that obviously we won't be able to do like the swapping and stuff, I feel like Washbuckler is another one of like the really iconic ones, where it's like when you think of Skylanders, Washbuckler is definitely one of the first that comes to my head. Being the poster boy of Swap Force. That might be because I like Swap Force, but then again, I don't like Washbuckler that much. So, the biases are definitely there a little bit, but at the same time, I think that Washbuckler is definitely a contender for who could get Youtooz. I don't see us getting more giants. I mean, obviously, unless they do like all the characters, but I don't think we'll get any more giants otherwise, because I feel like Trix is definitely the most iconic, and the rest just aren't as on the same level. I think there's a chance we could get like a snapshot maybe. Again, being a starter pack character, being a pretty popular one. But I also want to say that we're not necessarily limited to actually the Skylanders. I think it is entirely possible that we get NPCs as Youtooz. We could get Chaos, we could get Chompy Mage, or Flynn, or Tessa, or Callie. I can see any of them becoming Youtooz as well. So we definitely have a lot of options. Comment down below which characters you want to see turned into Youtooz and which ones you'd buy. I'll be buying as many as I've got the money to buy whenever they're out, because I like Skylanders, what can I say? So yeah, that's what I've got. Join my Discord, subscribe, have a great day, evening, night, morning, whatever. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. Goodbye.